As Torah Jews, we believe that life doesn't end when it ends on this earth. The neshama is very much still alive. Where someone is buried makes such a big difference. The neshama is in some way resting and hovering close to that place. The holiest cemetery in the world is Har HaZeitim.
Har HaZeitim is Jerusalem. The real Jerusalem that generation after generation belonged to Am Israel. Since the time of David HaMelech, it became the holiest place in Eretz Israel, next to Har HaBayit, next to the Holy Temple, the Bet HaMikdash.
כשאני מגיע לסיורים שם בהר הזיתים, ברגע שאני נכנס להר, האוויר שאני נושם שם, אני מרגיש כבר קדושה. אתה נמצא בהר, אתה מרגיש את הקדושה.
הר הזיתים מחבר בתוכו עבר, הווה ועתיד. גם את העבר, את אבות האומה, שהלכו שם אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, קבורים שם הראשונים והאחרונים והרבה מאוד צדיקים וגדולי תורה.
The pasuk says in Zechariah, "Ve'amdu raglav al har HaZeitim." Hashem's feet will stand, in essence, as the Mashiach will come from Har HaZeitim.
The Mount of Olives is one of the most special places in Jewish history. As a matter of fact, Psalms 23, Tehillim Kaf Gimel, speaks of this place. This is considered the oldest graveyard for the Jewish people.
We have 150,000 Jews buried on Har HaZeitim. The Valley of Kidron, the Sephardi Chalkot down there, we have graves there that date back to the first temple period. There are still about 400 active burials that take place every single year on Har HaZeitim. Har HaZeitim is very much a living and breathing cemetery.
The late Prime Minister Menachem Begin is also buried on this hill. He wanted to be buried in proximity to two soldiers, Meir Feinstein and Moshe Barazani, one Ashkenazi and one Sephardi, who died together in the War of Independence when we still didn't have our state of Israel, and we still didn't have a home to come back to from around the world, from wherever we were being persecuted, and to be able to fulfill the prophecies of the ingathering of the exiles.
Most of Har HaZeitim is chalky limestone, but this is solid bedrock. This is one of the reasons why we know that this is the site where the Kohen Gadol, before Yom Kippur, prepared for the Avodah in the Beit HaMikdash. We can imagine that this was the site of the mikvah where the Kohen Gadol immersed himself. Before, right here at this spot, they took the ashes of the Para Aduma and sprinkled the Kohen Gadol. Here we are at the kever of the Or HaChaim Zecher Tzadik Livracha. This here is the most visited kever on Har HaZeitim.
All the biggest Hachamim, Tzadikim of Am Israel wanted to be buried in this place. The Arabs destroyed it.
The only time when burials here ceased was between 1948 and 1967, when the Jordanians were in control of Har HaZeitim. The Jordanians desecrated 40,000 Jewish graves. What did they use their tombstones, their matzevot for? They used them to pave pathways leading up to the Jordanian army base. They used them for latrines.
This mountain that connects us with the holiness of the days of old and with the holiness of everything we're waiting for in the future is Har HaZeitim. To be able to make this mountain a place of Kedusha,
In 2010, the state controller of Israel, at that time it was Micha Lindenstrauss, issued a report about the neglect and abuse of Har HaZeitim.
There were donkey races happening almost every Friday, daily desecration of graves. There were people being stoned on the way to the cemetery and in the cemetery.
An editorial in the Jerusalem Post followed, "Have we neglected Har HaZeitim?" And obviously from the report, the answer was yes.
People were afraid to come up here. Myself, along with Menachem and Abe Lubinsky from the United States, whose parents are buried here on Har HaZeitim, decided that enough was enough.
That was basically the beginning of the International Committee for Har HaZeitim.
We had a mission right from the beginning. We've got our Arlington Cemetery lying in desecration. We've got a problem here.
Such a site, which has such enormous significance, could not remain under the conditions that it was. We were able to meet members of Knesset and members of the government, and the ball began to roll.
כשהקמתי את השדולה בכנסת, באו אליי מכל קצוות הקשת הפוליטית.
There isn't one caucus historically that has as many members. There isn't anyone in Israel, left, right, that is not supportive of our cause.
כי הם מבינים שהר הזיתים זה נכס אסטרטגי למען מדינת ישראל, למען היהודים בעולם.
If you take a look out over here to our south, you will see any number of illegal Arab neighborhoods. If you take a look to our north over here, you see any number of illegal Arab neighborhoods. The only thing that protects sovereignty in eastern Jerusalem is Har HaZeitim and its neighbor, the National Park in Emek Surim, just to our north.
The Mount of Olives, it's a multicultural neighborhood, a place with a lot of threats. We used to have a lot of threats from Molotov, fireworks, stones. Today we're in a different position.
We got the government to erect a fence to almost half of the cemetery. We have almost 260 cameras that were erected.
We fixed up the roads, eventually put in gates so that the local population couldn't just jump over the wall and do whatever they wanted.
We also got a police station on top of the mountain.
I had the honor to be a member of the committee and to start this process. Am Yisrael Chai. We will overcome our enemies, we will defeat them, and we will continue to build in Yerushalayim. Toda Rabah.
There were 40,000 desecrated graves. We restored half of them. There's almost no desecration within the last 7 years.
The control center is one of the major efforts that we need, but also we need to add more cameras. We need to work with the AI Analytica, with the camera that we already have, and also we need a lot of lighting there. I think we're in a better place, but there's a lot more to do.
There are still about 20,000 graves that are still in this array. The Chalabi section is the worst section on Har HaZeitim till today.
There are other sections which we have improved, which we have upgraded, where we have restored graves. It would be so wonderful if we could do this for Chalkat HaChalabim as well.
There are so many places in Israel that are holy places that over the last 80 years, the Jewish people have had an opportunity to rebuild and restore its glory. This is the next frontier.
We are actually partnering with the municipality, with the government to put up a historic visitor center. There hasn't been anything since the second Bet HaMikdash, a building such as this going up in East Jerusalem, opposite Har HaBayit.
Welcome to our state-of-the-art police station, a cutting-edge facility designed to enhance public safety and streamline law enforcement operations. As we step inside, you'll notice our advanced command center equipped with real-time surveillance monitors, predictive analytics software, and AI-assisted crime mapping to ensure swift response times. Offices and conference rooms are built in a way to foster effective communication between all security personnel. Additionally, the police station fosters transparency and collaboration between law enforcement and the public. This modern facility stands as a testament to our commitment to the security of all visitors. As you enter through the main doors on the ground floor, you'll be greeted by a welcoming, open space designed to provide a seamless and engaging experience for all guests. The Visitor Center's reception area leads directly into the heart of our information and education hub. Our interactive digital kiosks offer maps, directories, and in-depth information about Har HaZeitim. Our resource library offers brochures, guides, and interactive learning stations perfect for visitors of all ages. The Visitor Center Synagogue reflects that which Har HaZeitim has represented for the past 3,000 years. It weaves together our history, our family, our minhagim, all into one space. Welcome to our multi-purpose room and event space, a dynamic and adaptable room designed to accommodate a wide range of gatherings within our visitor center. As you step inside, you'll notice the modern yet welcoming atmosphere, with flexible seating arrangements that can be configured for intimate family gatherings, seudot, lectures, workshops, community meetings, or special events. The large windows directly facing the Har HaBayit provide ample natural light, creating an inviting and holy setting. Welcome to our lecture hall, an intimate and beautifully designed space featuring theater-style seating that offers a breathtaking 270-degree view of the Har HaBayit, the Makom HaMikdash. As you take your seat, you'll notice how the tiered layout ensures an unobstructed view for every visitor, creating a truly immersive experience. This lecture hall is equipped with state-of-the-art audio-visual technology, perfect for lectures, historical presentations, and inspiring multimedia experiences that bring the significance of this sacred site to life. Welcome to our breathtaking rooftop panoramic observatory, an unparalleled vantage point offering an unobstructed view of the Har HaBayit, Har HaZeitim, and their surroundings. As you step onto the terrace, you'll be surrounded by a thoughtfully designed space featuring lush greenery, shaded pergolas, and comfortable seating areas that invite moments of respite, reflection, and awe. The open-air setting allows for a clear, sweeping view of this sacred site, creating a profound connection to history and spirituality. Whether you're here to take in the stunning landscape, engage in quiet contemplation, or participate in a guided discussion, this rooftop observatory offers a truly unique, unforgettable, and meaningful perspective on the two of the holiest places in the world, Har HaBayit and Har HaZeitim.
עם ישראל הוא חוליה שמחוברת בחוליה של הדור שקודמת לה עד התחלה. אנחנו נמצאים עכשיו במרוץ הלפיד. הלפיד הזה הודלק עם אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, והוא עובר מדור לדור. ואני מרגיש זכות להיות חלק מאותם אנשים שמעבירים את המסורת היפה שלנו, ואני רוצה מכאן לברך את כל המשתתפים בכנס הזה, למען הר הזיתים. כמובן בראש ובראשונה את הוועד ואת ידידי מר סמי אייל, שאני מכיר אותו הרבה מאוד שנים, שליבו רחב כאולם לכל דבר שבקדושה, והוא סיפר לי שהוא מארח וחלק מהכנס החשוב הזה, אז אני רוצה להודות לו ולכל המשתתפים.
הר הזיתים לא חשוב רק לאזרחים פה בישראל. הר הזיתים זה חשוב לכל העולם. ואת הקדושה הזאת אנחנו צריכים לשמור. למעננו ולמען הדורות הבאים. זה היסטוריה של העם היהודי, זה תקומה של העם היהודי, תחיית המתים של העם היהודי, ואסור לנו לוותר על כך.
In a post-October 7th, 2023 world, we realize that desecrating the bones of dead people is the least that our enemy will do. But we need to understand how they're viewing this cemetery. As long as there are still bones in the valley and stones all over the place, it gives a victory to our enemies. Because part of what they think is they need to humiliate us. And as long as this cemetery, this ancient cemetery, is not back to the way it was, that humiliation stands. So it's much bigger picture than just putting the stones back together and giving people a resting place.
Father Tim is one of our foundations. Taking care of it is important. I know you're doing a very good job.
יהי רצון שבכל אשר יפנו ישכילו ויצליחו. זרע הקודש של קיימא, פרנסה טובה, בריאות טובה, אריכות ימים ושנים, וסוף השמחות תמיד, אמן כן יהי רצון.
The Sephardic chief rabbi from the beginning, Rabbi Yosef, was a big supporter of ours. And when he was told that I represent the people who are trying to protect Har HaZeitim, he said, הם לא מבינים, זה כל כך קדוש כמו הר הבית. They don't understand. The holiness of the place of Har HaZeitim is as holy as the Har HaBayit where the Bet HaMikdash was built.
I look at the graves as I walk by and as I walk through from section to section. I'm speaking to the people on there. I look at the graves and say, don't worry, we are here and we're going to help. We will make it that everyone and loved ones will come visit you again. We're here. We're not leaving you alone anymore.